begins with a step. So today let's talk about the power of small actions. As you know, every Monday I come to share with you what has been laid in my heart during the week, and so today I want to share with you the power of small actions. The week before last week I shared about motion versus action, and last week I shared about taking actions, and today I also want to share with you the power of small steps and how they can help you achieve what you want to achieve. But before we get into the power of small actions, let's get into it. Outfit of the day. Outfit of the day. Today I'm wearing a classic blue suit from 1219 Stars with a striped green shirt from Ralph Lauren. While my tie is from an Italian designer, I had gone for a deeper green shade of tie to match with my green striped shirt. The reason I picked this tie is because of the blue details and the green detail on the tie. So the idea behind it is for me to match the green detail with the green shirt, and as well match the blue details of the tie with a blue jacket. And I have a black shoe from Taft, a black wristwatch from Secunda, and with that I have my outfit of the day. And so let's get into the power of taking small actions. The ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu, I hope I got that right, once said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." No matter how big the dream or the vision is, the truth is that it is achieved by taking one step after the other. If you're building from the scratch, you have to start somewhere. This is just as well to let us know that anything we want to achieve in life, it can be achieved through accumulation of small consistent efforts. I remember last week I shared about the power of taking actions, about you leaving that motion zone for you to take action. And one of the best ways for you to start taking action, for you to start taking small consistent steps. Oftentimes, the most challenging part of any journey we want to embark on, or anything we want to do, is always the beginning part, is always the starting part. Most times, what makes this daunting, or what makes it quite challenging for us to start, is because we look at the goal or the vision of what we're trying to do. We look at it in the fullness of it. And if you're looking at it that way, it can be quite intimidating for you to start. For example, let's say you want to run a marathon race. I'm currently training for a marathon race. When I was going to start my marathon practice, the first step we started with was me going for a 10-minute run. It felt like nothing, but that was easy for us to get to. And from there, I was able to build on the capacity to do more. Then from 10 kilometers, the coach started introducing more longer runs. And so with that, I was able to start doing like more 30 kilometers. And at the end of the day, the marathon run does not sound daunting as it sounds at the very first time I had in mind to take on the task of running a marathon race. And this is the same thing for every other thing we want to do as well. We just need to start from the beginning. We need to take a little step. A lot of times what overwhelms us as human is we looking at the overall goal. That is what wears us down. Let's go back to the words of that philosopher, Lao Tzu, that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. If you're going to travel from here to Wales, the very first thing you need to do is to stand up and make the decision to say you want to go to where you're going to. That very first step from your bed out to your door begins, that is where the journey begins. And by the time you start with the journey and you get going, then you see that bit by bit, the journey begins to unfold easily, without you being overwhelmed. Let's say you want to start a business and you have all your resources, you've been able to gather the whole information, or rather, let's even use a YouTube channel for example. I know there is somebody out there, your inner man has been telling you as well can start vlogging. There's something in you that you want to express. How then do you start? If you start checking or researching about all the YouTubers in your niche or the YouTubers you want to be like, it can be quite overwhelming. You know why? Because they have been doing this thing for a while as well. They probably started the same way you are about to start now, being camera shy or not knowing what to say in front of the camera. But the solution comes in when you take that action or you take that tiny step to say, okay, you know what, today I am going to record a 1 minute video, and no matter what it is, I will upload it and I will share it. And another week again, you come back again, you record another 1 minute video and you upload it and you share it. With time, before you know it, you start doing 2 minutes, you start doing 5 minutes. In a short period of time, you get comfortable in front of the camera and you start doing this. I will take it back again to when I was going to start my business in the United Kingdom. Anytime I just look at about it, think about the paperwork, think about doing business here, how I'm going to get a customer, and what's the kind of business I want to build. Every time I think about it, it is always daunting. I don't even have the money at that time to even start. Mind you, I've been doing this business for a long time in Lagos before I relocated down to the United Kingdom. And every now and then I will sit back to think about it. How do I go about this? But one day I took that very step, that leap of faith. I had £20 left in my account and I decided to take a trip to go and buy a tripod. And with the suit I already have at home, I started marketing the suit. I started creating content. I started putting it out. And before I know, it's been over 2 years now. The journey has been interesting, and day by day it feels more like I am closer to where I want to get to. So the first easy step leads us or launches into the other steps, and the more small steps you take and the more momentum it creates for you, the more in the flow, in the state of flow you get into as well. So I want to encourage you today, no matter what it is, no matter how big it is, no matter how oppressing the thought of it is to you, the first place for you to start is for you to start by taking actions, and not just taking actions, but taking little actions or smaller actions that can lead to the bigger action. You don't run a marathon once, you run a marathon by running 1 mile after the other. You climb the mountain by going from one step after the other. You don't climb the mountain from the top. Lines upon lines, precept upon precept, and before you know it, you already have what you want to do. Another thing that hinders people from taking that very first step is the fear of failure. In the decades that I've been doing business, that I've been pushing out my own personal brand, being in the entertainment industry, I will tell you one thing for a fact, that you cannot let failure hold you back. You cannot let the fear of failure hold you back. And you're even not making any attempts without failing at all. And this is one thing I've come to learn about failure and setback. Failure and setback teach us a lot of things, even than success. Because when you fail, you're able to sit back, reflect, to look at what have you done wrong, what other information can you add to what you're currently doing, how can you make what you've done better, and which other way can we get a desirable result in what we've done. And so with this, you notice that by the time you come back to the drawing table and you launch again, you notice that you will get a different result. And the more you continue trying, the closer you get to it. The more you continue making an attempt, you're making an attempt. One day you're going to get to try. So take little steps towards what you want to do. Break it down. Do not overwhelm yourself by the overall goal. Taking small steps consistently over time leads to remarkable progress. Just think about it. A drop of water in a drum, beat by beat by beat by beat. No matter how small it is, one day it is going to make the drum full. So you want to cultivate the action, cultivate the act of you repeatedly taking small steps towards it. And do not overwhelm yourself with you trying to get everything done at once.